Alright guys, putting here with the game for you in my tier 10 German heavy cruiser, the Hindenburg. Now, two things. This isn't going to be about the gameplay, it's going to be more or less discussion or thoughts. Now, I'm going to show my captain skills. I do believe that this is like a legendary Hindenburg running range. I've dropped reload, but more importantly, I'm trying out my headset mic versus the Yeti Nano that I have that I recently got for recordings, and I'm just curious and want to know which you guys think is better for these recordings. Which one do you has the better sound for you? Because I know a few people are saying something about sound, and I just don't know if it's because I have recently changed or I've gone to a dedicated mic, which is, you know, a better than just a normal gaming headset mic. Now, the reason you're seeing the scoreboard yet again is because if you're looking at it, you're seeing that we have a PWP player, which is going to be Unicum by bare minimum, and we have a 1989 player, and if you're not familiar with that clan, they're yikes. If you're not familiar with yikes, these clans are top of the food chain, along with ZR. So we have three, at least, extremely Unicum players. Now, I know Sneaky's what people consider super Unicum, and these other guys may be like low-end super Unicum, which is going to be high-end Unicum, but maybe they just haven't crossed that threshold yet. But these are three, like, top of the food chain clans. And the reason I'm kind of showing you guys this as gameplay is because I recently had a discussion with Bongs. And I'm like, you know what? Every time, you know, like I've gotten into a game and I've seen the enemy team has two, you know, Unicum divs on their team. I'm like, you know what? The outcome's one of two things. And oh, sorry about that. Sniffly goes, what? I go, ironically, believe it or not, I go, most of the time they fucking lose. Sorry about swearing, but I go, they lose. And he goes, why? He goes, because the only playstyle they understand is kiting, running away, and damage farming. Which, while doing damage is a good thing, if your only playstyle is to not take damage and everybody else on your team is emulating that same playstyle, guess what? Nobody's near the caps. There's nobody to help the DDs get the caps. There's nobody defending the destroyers. Now, of course, sending one ship in to help defend the destroyers is just as bad because most people shoot the closest ship. Like, the only thing we can see is this poor Cleveland. This Cleveland ain't got a chance in hell to live. Just because he's the only thing spotted on this side. You know, when you have games like this, what do you learn? What allows you to grow as a player when it just seems like games like this have become more and more typical, like, you know, one team understands what to do and the other team is just completely lost. I mean, we're focused firing over here. As a team, nobody's communicating, but, you know, like, the YY didn't have, you know, a chance in hell. The Cleveland didn't have a chance in hell. Sorry about that cough. But, I mean, you know, we're not even communicating. Like, the only one's communicating is thinking is me and myself. But, I mean, I popped my hydro just for him. You know, maybe not just for him, but I mean, you know, my hydro's up to make sure that torps were sent. You know, that helps out the other two battleships or three battleships on this side. You know, like, okay, oh, look, the YY sent torps over there. How do you know? Because they're on this guy's hydro and you see them on a minimap, which gives those guys information. You know, for whatever reason, or Jean Bart said, you know what, screw you guys, I'm going back to port. And he just went down the middle. He's going to ram the Moskva for whatever reason, but you know what? Our battleships down there saw the situation and are addressing it. But as you can see, this is really the point where Sneaky kind of goes, I'm going to turn around and go back and help out our weak side. Which means he's going to leave, these guys. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back, but I'm still going to harass a little bit. And I just wanted to see if, like, our DD spotted the Kiev just to give him a hand and get a couple salvos on, which is why I kind of delayed myself going back. But Sneaky has all intention right now of going back. And the enemy team, it's at this point when, like, if you're in this situation, you see this, you got to tell those guys, you need to push, you need to push, you need to push. Because you got to get the pressure off of us who are defending it by making us turn around and go back. And ironically, because everybody's like, oh, we need to go back and defend, there's no more real big push. I mean, PWP gentleman's in the shimmy, so he knows what he's doing. But I mean, if you can tell by his positioning, he's not trying to spot the other shimmy. He is doing what I would consider damage farming, and the enemy shimmy should have realized this and tried to help those guys out. But the skill gap is maybe too much. I mean, who knows? I'm really not sure what's going on with that shimmy. Maybe I'm completely wrong about the PWP gentleman. But guess what? The other thing is, while you could sit there and say, wow, he's way out to the side there, and oh, wow, he's out there damage farming, he's doing it intelligently. He's doing it smartly. These guys, all in the middle, are in a crossfire. Well, he's probably not using his guns. He does have torpedoes. And, we have a cruiser and a battleship over there, which, these guys have to be worried about the shimmy torps, and they have to be worried about the other guys. And, they failed to recognize that situation, like the enemy shimmy, he's on his way back. Why are you on your way back? Art Gearing, here, why are you coming back? Our Gearing needed to continue to go spot those guys, but it's not going to be detrimental to our team. But, I mean, like, I'm talking to Sneaky and telling us, I'm like, my God, like, the absolute mistakes and absurdity that I've seen in this particular battle is, yeah, we kind of picked the wrong side, and yes, we made a decision to go back and defend, but then the enemy team decided to end up and go and find it. And I'm telling Stinky, God, we should have just continued charging because those guys are going back to defend. Stinky's like, yeah, you're right, because hindsight's always 20/20, but you're like, we were thinking if those guys were smart, they would have all continued to push instead of, oh, let's go back. Even if the call was for just them to send the shimmy back, there's a Kiev up there that, could have kept things spotted for for some of these cruisers. But, our gearing is, like, what? Like, in all honesty, what? Like, I'm not calling them out. I'm not trying to say a bad gameplay. I'm just saying, this has been, lack of a colossal mistake, colossal decision errors in reading the game wrong, and we just got lucky that we had two extremely skilled guys on the other side. I do believe maybe one of them did die, but like I told Sneaky, I'm like, you got two Unicums on one side, you got Super Unicum and a shitter on the other side, the shitter being me, but at least we were communicating. On the other side, I'm like, we should be fine no matter what the enemy wants to do, and then they just kind of gave up. That's what it feels like. They just gave up. Now, something else I kind of wanted to say. Sorry about the cough, guys. I got to figure out where the mute button is on the headset. Is Bongs and Sneaky, who I do get to play with, kind of laugh when I do these videos. They're like, you come off as such a nice guy, and in game you're such an asshole. you know, like when I'm talking, and it's not different personalities. It's just, you know, we do try to put our best foot forward when we do these videos. But like, you know, I told Sneaky here, and like, yeah, right. You know, I'm like, fuck this gearing. I'm gonna make him go down the middle. Why is he gonna drive all the way to Hollow Round? Like, what's he doing down there? I'm like, what the hell was going through this guy's mind? But in game, I type out sorry. And you know what? When I'm in game and I do go through chat, I do try to put my best foot forward instead of being a douchebag and an asshole. I can be a douchebag and an asshole on these videos all day long, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to have two different personalities. I'm just trying to put my best foot forward and not be a complete jerk while trying to explain some of the things that we're doing to help everybody grow. And, you know, in all honesty, get back the old community that we had, where the community was so much more helpful to people, and people were willing to listen to other people in the game. Because, you know what? When people don't want to listen, people don't want to communicate, and nobody on the enemy team is like, God, hey, we got to push. We got this ship advantage. And I know everybody's seen this in multiple games before. You know, usually like, hey, we got to push. We got to do this. And then some guy goes, fuck you guys. Go to hell. I'm reporting you. You're a douchebag. Go smell there. Fuck, your shit smells like fucking shit, not like roses. Like we go to the lowest form that we can possibly have. And, you know, ironically, chat just seems to make the game toxic. But I'm going to point out a mistake here. And you know what? If you can't see the mistakes that you make, you don't get better as a player. I should have had AP selected next. Now, I know replays don't show this, but I'm going to shoot the Kiev because, you know what? It's fairly quick shooting. But I should have had AP loaded next to shoot the battleship, just in case these torps hit him, or the guy hits speed boost, or something miraculous happens. But, you know, I didn't, because, you know, the Garing's gonna kill him. But it's still a mistake. I should have been ready to punish that guy in case he lived. You know, now I've got the wrong ammo choice for the Kiev. If I do 2,000 damage and incapacitate it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this boring ass gameplay, because that's really what it is. But I hope you enjoyed the discussion, the thoughts, the you know, like, games like this aren't good overall for yourself, for the game, and for the gaming community, because, you know, it just turns into steamroll and usually puts people off. Now, we do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send us. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember, leave a comment if you prefer this mic over the other mic. Good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and have yourselves one heck of a great day.